Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Reactor and this is Quinn, and today's article comes from CNBC.com and it's titled, "Google did not disclose security bug because it feared regulation, says report." And there's a bunch of bullets. Google discovered a software bug that gave third-party developers access to the private profile data of users of its Google Plus social network. In response, Google will shut down the consumer functionality of the service over the next 10 months. The Wall Street Journal reports that Google didn't disclose the breach when it first discovered it in March to avoid regulatory scrutiny and reputational damage. It's kind of weird how they saved themselves scrutiny by not talking about it, and now they're talking about it and nobody cares.
Well, it's like, I'm wondering, there's so many people that I know in my personal life right now that are like, I keep getting all these phone calls, all these telemarketers, but they're like cloning a number of an actual business. So you're blocking all these legit businesses that people are using their numbers to call you from. So it's like, I'm wondering if this is part of the reason why I'm getting so many 30, 40 calls a day.
Someone probably sold your information. Who knows who? Yeah. It's probably happening with every company all the time. Google did not initially disclose a Google Plus security bug when it first discovered it this spring because it feared regulatory scrutiny and reputational damage, according to a Wall Street Journal report citing documents and people briefed on the incident. So, okay, they did that. They didn't tell anyone. All right. Google wrote in its own blog post on the incident that it determines when to notify users about privacy and security bugs based on the type of data involved, whether it can accurately identify who to inform, whether there is evidence of misuse, and whether there is any action that a user can take in response, and that based on that criteria, it didn't immediately alert users of the Google Plus bug. So it wasn't very dangerous. It wasn't a huge deal.
Right.
They didn't know exactly who they had taken the info from, I guess. However, a memo prepared by Google's legal and policy staff and seen by the Journal shows that leadership was also concerned about causing a potential privacy scandal. The memo allegedly warned senior executives that the news of the bug would cause immediate regulatory interest and draw comparisons to Facebook's Cambridge Analytica data scandal. It's been a rocky summer for big tech. In the past year, Google, Facebook, Twitter, and other technology companies have all testified before various House and Senate committees about their data and privacy practices, the risk of election meddling, and their possible conservative bias. What? Conservative bias? They have a liberal bias. They were questioning about a liberal bias, weren't they? Yeah, there's not a conservative bias on any platforms. Among other topics, President Donald Trump has made critical comments about both Google and other tech platforms, but the administration has not yet proposed any sort of actual regulation. Google has gotten in trouble overseas, though. The European Union slapped the company with a $5 billion fine for antitrust abuse of its mobile operating system, Android. $5 billion fine. It's more than people have in a lifetime, you know? It's like insane.
That's crazy.
With this bug, the possibly exposed data included the names, email addresses, birth dates, profile photos, and gender of up to 500,000 Google Plus accounts, though not any information related to personal communication or phone numbers. Google says that 438 apps may have used the application programming interface, or API, that made the private data available, but that it found no evidence that any developers misused the information. And this is like, okay. I got hiccups now. The company plans to shut down all consumer functionality of Google Plus over the next 10 months, although it will maintain the enterprise version used by its G Suite business customers. Since the social network first launched in 2011, it failed to gain popular appeal and was broken up into separate products in 2015. The blog post states that the consumer version currently has low usage and engagement and that 90% of user sessions last less than 5 seconds. Oh my god, they pop into it by accident. I know I do.
Get me out of here.
I didn't want to go to Google Plus. I'm going to YouTube, dude. Google discovered the bug during a comprehensive review of third-party developer access to all Google account and Android device data. In its blog post revealing the bug, Google also said that it's going to make it easier for users to see and control exactly what data they share with apps. Google shares fell more than 2% to $1,134 on the news, though recovered several hours after the report initially published to less than a percent down. So Alphabet didn't immediately respond to a request for comment. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, that's for the article. Google Plus is going to be shut down for 10 months. And I'm sure everyone's going to miss that, you know?
I'm really not going to miss it because I know the only time I would use that is to mess around with YouTube. And I would only be on it for a short time, and you have to go there.
To change your profile picture or the title of the name of your channel.
I've changed a lot of settings around over devices over the years, and one thing I've always changed around is Google settings, because a lot of times if you don't set them, they seem a little intrusive, and there's a lot of notifications that you don't want to see.
And they send a lot of information back to Google.
And a lot of information, yeah. I know that Google is partly responsible for some of information being sold. Because I never give out my information, you know.
I don't know if Google actually sells information like, hey company, here's a list of all the people's information, or if it's actually what they do is they have the interface for ads and they say, do you want to target people who like, I don't know, swimming pools,
right?
You know, and then they're giving away your information technically that you like swimming pools, but at the same time it's like, who gives a shit?
Right.
They just want to sell ads to you, so it's not a huge deal. But what I am wondering is, like I was saying, in order to change your YouTube picture or title, name of the channel, you have to go to Google Plus. So if they shut it down for 10 months, does that mean everyone's not going to be able to change their pictures? Or are they setting up a new system where they can, you know? You can't just get rid of a chunk of YouTube.
Because I know to change your YouTube thumbnail, you go to Google Plus if you want to change your picture.
They would have to make a new system because that system is part of YouTube. You know, they're connected.
Right.
So to get rid of that means you're taking away a part of YouTube. They would have to fix that somehow.
Right. So
and actually, I think it's ridiculous that I have to go to Google Plus because it's a stupid service. No one wants to use it. They're just trying to force me over there to try to get me to use it. Maybe, you know.
Right. I don't get it.
But other than that, there's no reason for it to be connected to YouTube at all. It's junk.
I never did understand that.
Yeah.
Honestly.
But I don't know. Yeah, stupid. There's been a lot of security breaches. It's like they just keep coming, always.
Right.
They never stop. At least once a year, it's like, oh, were you part of Target? Oh, you know, do you buy anything at Target? Well, your data was breached. Did you sign up for Google Plus? Oh, your data was breached. Twitter? Oh, your data was breached. Like, it's just everyone's getting the data breached.
Do you buy stuff at Target?
I don't. Well, I mean, I have.
Do you know why I don't? It's overpriced. It's like everything's marked up $10 more than everywhere else.
And they have plastic shopping carts that are annoying, right? Like those big goofy clown shopping carts.
Honestly, Dave, I've never bought enough things from Target that would require a cart because that would require like 3 full paychecks of mine. So it's like.
You think it's that expensive?
Yeah.
No, it's not. You can go grocery shopping there.
You don't want to buy your groceries there.
Why?
That's a terrible idea.
Where do you buy them from? Whole Foods?
That's even worse.
Amazon?
I mean, you could probably go to Amazon and get it cheaper.
Amazon is Whole Foods.
I don't know if I'd want to do that either. Yeah, you don't want to go there. Whole Foods is one of the most overpriced grocery stores in the country.
Yeah.
Probably go to like a local. If you want health food, you'd go to like a local market type place, like a co-op. You'd want to find a co-op of farmers that are coming to the area that are giving real good organic.
Like a farmer's market where they're organically.
Well, they don't really have.
You can never get there's never a way of knowing if something's actually organic, and there's no reason to trust it if someone says it is, and there's
the only way.
It's all just junk.
It's the only way to do it is to get it from a farm if you can find a farm. That's the best way to go.
Yeah. Do you have anything else you want to say though?
Forget Google Plus. I never liked it anyway.
Yeah. No one really cares.
Okay.
Google Plus. It started 8 years ago, and it should have died 8 years ago.
Yeah.
I remember when they started, it was all exclusive. You know, everyone was like fighting to, like, oh my God, you have a code for me to sign up. You know, you had to know someone.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
And it was like, yeah, I'm on Google Plus.
Yeah, it felt good. Oh, yeah. I got invited.
And then everyone got on it, and they were like, oh, okay, this is dumb.
It's nothing, right?
Yeah. But that's it for the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. And we'll see you in the next one.